How to use angles in hand-to-hand fighting. Now guys, what I'm going to say, what is the cosine of an angle? Oh, I forgot. It's okay. Will you answer? Who of you can answer? I mean the newcomers. Anyone? Will you? An acute angle. An acute angle and? How can you define the cosine of an angle? So will you answer? No? Okay, come here. Now, what I was talking about. Look. Look what it was about. This arm is here. This one is there. Yes? Do you see? In order to make it clearer for you, what is exactly the lever of the couple? I push here. Now he feels that I push there. Do you see? Upwards. It's sufficient for me to sit down. That is what I meant speaking about a dynamo. A dynamo has to do with a vector of force. A dynamo has to do with a vector of force. I sit down and the couple of forces that was at work here. Now, look here. You understand about this lever. Here is an angle. If I push right here, the lever I get is quite small. He feels it. If I pull here, he cannot stand still. That is what the cosine is about. This lever is nearly of the same length as that one. However, when it's like this, the lever was hardly noticeable. I push him here. That is why I pushed with only one force. As I already said, no force, one force, can be equal to a couple of forces. I'm going to illustrate it on the board. What is a cosine? Is the ratio of the length of the adjacent sides to the length of the hypotenuse. What are the sides of hypotenuse? Do you know it? You do? You don't. I'll explain it on the board. Dad, I can't find it. You can't. Okay, don't look for it then. Well then, in this case, I will use sticks. Find me the third one. Let it be... Could you please hold it like this? Let it be one radius. Hold it like this. This will be an acute angle. Got it? We will consider this side. This will be the hypotenuse. Get me one more stick. This is the acute angle. Now, we consider this very angle. What is the sine of this angle? Hold it this way. This is the sine. The ratio of the length of the opposite sides to the length of the hypotenuse. Do you see? Do you see it? If we're talking about a cosine, it is the ratio of the length of the adjacent side to the length of the hypotenuse. The longer the adjacent side in relation to the hypotenuse, the lever is bigger. However, if we make it, hold it, like this, it gets smaller. Why is that so? You see, I lift it more and more. This side is a projection. The ratio of the length of the adjacent side to the length of the hypotenuse goes down. It matters for your attack, your force. This lever keeps getting smaller. It is approaching zero. You've lost the lever. Do you need that? Meanwhile, we need the opposite, to make this very lever larger. How? It's about the cosine of the angle. That is why I say, put the sticks away. That is why I started from here and pushed there. See? It's not enough. As soon as I pulled it, he went down. I pulled him there. Mind the projection. As I pull it, it gets much longer. I made this lever larger. Has anyone not understood this? Everyone's got it. If I start to push close to the axis, his spine, I don't get enough force. Okay, now you come here. You have a convenient overcoat. Just suitable. Now stand here. This is the lever. Now I push his right shoulder away, and this one pull in my direction. Do you see it? Next, I shift the center of mass beyond his feet support, and he goes down. If I perform the same thing in a different way and start to push him, this force doesn't work. I push only here. I can drag him all I want until I get out of breath. Do you guys get what the cosine is? I explain it to you using the sticks. Just so you'd understand why we try to move arms apart or change the angle sometimes. The projection is related to the angle that gives me the lever. It has to do with geometry, trigonometry. It's easy to find. Did you get the core of it? Yes, Alexei Alexeyevich. The projection of the force has to do with pressure? Well, let's do it once again. Yes. Take 3 sticks, the same point again. 3 sticks. Hold them. This is the axis we use. This is the angle we are going to change. Got it? Let us speak about this very angle. What's a sine? It is the ratio of the length of the opposite side. This is the side. This is the side too. That is the hypotenuse. It is the ratio of the length of the side, or cathetus, opposite to this angle, to the length of the hypotenuse. It is the ratio of length of the side of the cathetus. It is the ratio of the length of the side, or cathetus, opposite to this angle, to the length of the hypotenuse. It's about this angle. It's sine. In this case, we don't need sine, because we don't need this side. We need a lever. Since it's all about levers, we speak about a cosine. Now we forget about the sine. The ratio of the length of the adjacent side to the length of the hypotenuse is about this angle. That is why we consider a situation like this. You see? What does it mean? It's equal to the radius. The radiuses are equal. See? Yes. Now if we start making it larger, what do we get? The angle gets larger. Gets larger. And the cosine gets smaller. Gets smaller. The lever gets smaller. The lever gets smaller. All of us right now have seen this. Put it away. Aha, yes, come here. Now look, I start making the angle larger. And where does it go? This one gets smaller. I pull it like this. Down he goes. I make both levers equal, start rotating. As I start sitting down, the Fleming's law starts showing itself at work.